Pues muy buenas tardes, noches, días a quien sea que esté viendo este video. Se me ocurrió la brillante idea de reaccionar a este video a casi la 1 de la mañana. ¿Por qué no? Pues vamos a verlo. Por cierto, este video me lo mandó mi viceadmin, espero que lo esté viendo. Vamos a verlo, vamos a verlo, vamos a verlo. Es un día normal como estudiante de Harvard. Espero que esté subtitulado, porque si no... Un cafecito en la mañana. Eso está yo, malo.
Hi there, my name is John Fish, and I'm a Harvard student. I'm a freshman studying computer science, and this video is going to be a day in my life. And the first thing we're doing today is about 7:30 a.m. I'm gonna go grab some breakfast. So Annenberg is Harvard's freshman dining hall, and honestly, it's like something out of Harry Potter. It's pretty cool.
Me imagino que vivir en Harvard es una chingonería y a la vez es una putería porque te chingas mucho literalmente. Es una de las mejores universidades a nivel mundial. Y a la vez chingón porque, güey, puedes presumir que vives en Harvard. O sea, no cualquiera.
Morning, Luke. Okay, it's now 8:15 a.m. and my first class begins at 9, so I have like 45 minutes. I do have homework for that class that I haven't done yet, just like a little bit, like a page. So I'm gonna do that. It's Swedish. And then the other thing that I like to do in my mornings is just plan out my day. So I have a growth book, is what I call it. It's like a little daily planner agenda where I write out my schedule for the day, my goals, my motivation, stuff like that. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do my homework, and then we'll get to class. All right, so just walking you through kind of what my scheduling might look like for a day. This is my schedule for the day. You know, wake up, do some homework, go to Swedish, go to math, have some lunch, go to lecture for my CS course. Today it's a guest lecture, which should be cool. Then I work out, do some dinner, go to work, and then go to bed, hopefully like 10 p.m. That's the goal. That's one of my goals for today, is to hit 9 hours of sleep. I've already meditated, which is great. I want to read around 50 pages of my book throughout the day, and then of course, I want to film this video. So this is a daily planner that...
Ok, esto es algo que muchos les recomiendan, de que cuando te levantas tienes que tener una lista para organizar tu día. Pura mamada, güey. Tus días, pues puedes, no sé, improvisar, lo que sé. Yo, sigamos.
That I have personally designed and that I'm actually making. I actually just had a company produce a bunch of them, and they're going to be shipped to Amazon hopefully within the next month. And they'll be available on Amazon Prime and stuff like that. And so if you want to buy one, I definitely recommend signing up for my newsletter. The link for that is in my description, and you'll be able to pick up one of these when they come out. Oh, and check out the cover on that bad boy. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, embossed logo.
Se ve como libro de Harry Potter.
Alright, so off the...
A ver. En esos baños sí hay papel, güey. Ok, sigamos.
Alright, so off to Swedish now. It's actually like 9:02, but I'm gonna be on time because one of the interesting things about how Harvard classes work is that they all start on Harvard time, which is 7 minutes past the hour, or 7 minutes past when the class is supposed to start. So I'll be there on time, even though I'll probably get there at like 9:06. There's Widener Library, by the way.
Es que estos güeyes de Harvard organizan sus días detalle a detalle. O sea, es muy cabrón organizar todo. Entonces, no sé. O sea, yo como estudiante de Harvard, quién sabe si la armo. No, para pasar, creo que ni pasaría el examen.
It's a pretty cool library. Alright, so that was an hour of Swedish. It is now 10 a.m., so I'm headed off to linear algebra. It's across campus, so I'm gonna kinda have to rush to get there in 7 minutes. Usually I'm able to do it in like 6 or 7. So many tourists.
Oye, sí es cierto, güey. O sea, Pues Harvard es una escuela que la visitan casi todos los días mundialmente. Ahora, o sea, alrededor del mundo, ¿no? O sea, qué chingón se ha de sentir, güey, que hay un chingo de turistas en tu escuela, aparte de todo.
Alright, so rolling back from lunch now. I've got about an hour before my next class, which is a guest lecture. It's a computer science course, which is what the title of this video is, a computer science student, that's me. And so, yeah, I'm gonna kill some time, maybe start an essay, maybe work on a couple problem sets, maybe edit a video.
Eso es algo que también hago yo, ¿eh? O sea, no soy de Harvard, pero cuando tienes muchas cosas que hacer, lo que haces es cuando tienes un tiempo libre, avanzas con otras cosas. Y realmente sí funciona. A veces, o a veces no. Sigamos.
Video, I don't know. I've got a lot of things on my to-do list. So the lecture today is for my functional programming class. It's called CS51,
Programa funcional.
and it's a guest lecture, which is kind of cool. He's from Jane Street, which is like an investment firm, I believe, and they use OCaml, which is like one of the only actual firms in the world or companies that uses the language, which is the language that we use. It's a functional programming language. So I'm really interested.
Algo que no entendí en el video, y no sé si lo dijo al principio, es que estudiaba. O sea, está en Harvard, eso sí lo sabemos, pero no sé qué estudia. Supongo que algo de programación, no sé. Tiene muchas matemáticas para empezar.
To hear, I don't even know what the lecture is going to be on, but I've heard that it's supposed to be one of the best lectures of the year for the course. So I'll actually go to this one in person. Just gonna head over there in like 50 minutes, and in the meantime, probably gonna edit a video.
I had just started as an engineer working on the International Space Station.
Ahí tan porque yo. El hombre delicioso. Es más, todos los güeyes de Harvard son.
Very, very cool lecture, and not just because they gave us free shirts, although that was cool too. Thanks, Jane Street. But just a cool lecture. Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty insightful in terms of just like cool like programming practices that he gave us. Things like how to write code that literally you can't express errors in, which I thought was a very interesting concept. The idea being like you need to design your types. So OCaml is a typed language, and when you're designing your custom types, doing so in a way.
O sea, por lo que veo, este güey estudia de todo. O sea, estudia programación, estudia matemáticas, estudia sueco, estudia diseño. O sea, es un dios.
That it is literally impossible to write invalid or to write an invalid state. And the examples that he gave with that were really interesting. So now the next thing that I have to do, I have to go work out. And I'm not allowed to talk about that on camera on my YouTube channel. So instead, here are just some cinematic shots that I took of Harvard and its surrounding area.
A ver. Verga, güey, es como Monsters University. Está bonito, está bonito.
Alright, back from working out, time to go grab a bite to eat for dinner, and then time to grind for a little bit.
Wow, qué rico, güey. Tengo hambre.
Okay, so it's now 7:20 p.m. and I've got a bunch of work to do. So what I'm going to be working on right now is I've got an essay that I need to be writing for tomorrow, just like a little rough draft. I don't even think it's due until tomorrow at midnight. Then I'm going to be starting a piece set. So I have nothing really due tomorrow, which is great. But I'm just going to be working on a bunch of different things. Okay, so the essay that I'm writing, it's a literature review that is based off of this book, Flow, by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi.
Eso me recuerda que a mí también me dejan muchos ensayos. Pero yo, o sea, yo por huevo no leo los libros. O sea, los busco en Google o algo así, busco un tipo de reseña, lo escribo, e invento lo que se me venga a la mente. Pero como es Harvard, no pueden hacer eso. No se dan el lujo de nosotros.
I think that's how you say his last name, but correct me if I'm wrong. The fundamental premise of the book is how do you find happiness in a world where we really struggle to do that? It seems like everyone wants to be happy.
No tengo que hacer eso, teniendo clases presenciales, así haces feliz al mundo.
Right? But over the thousands of years that we've progressed, we haven't really become that much happier as people. And so the question is, well, what does make you happy? And in flow, that question is answered with the idea of meaningful work. That is, if you have a task that fulfills, Csikszentmihalyi breaks it down into 8 different things, 8 different categories that if a task fits, then it's a flow activity, hence the name flow.
Flow.
So you can apply this to anything, and Csikszentmihalyi applies it to an entire life, saying that if you create one goal for your entire life, and then you structure your life around that, with goals and with sub-goals and so on, then you can have
Es
one
que
life.
eso sí está muy cabrón, o sea, para las personas pequeñas que me están viendo, o sea, pequeñas me refiero a 10, 11, 12 años, como, ya saben, le ocho pero así. Esta persona habla de cómo proyectar tu vida por el largo plazo. Entonces, o sea, yo teniendo casi 18 años ya, aún no puedo planear mi vida bien, o sea, sí, eso de que te deja un plan de vida lo haces a lo güey, pero así estructurarlo bien, de cómo vas a, qué vas a vivir, cómo vas a vivir, en dónde vas a vivir, o sea, está muy cabrón eso.
That is just a flow experience, and therefore it will be an enjoyable experience and a happy
Ah, y a
experience.
lo mejor van a decir, no, no, eso es muy fácil, o sea, lo planeas, estudias, trabajas, pero no, la verdad es que no. O sea, yo teniendo casi 18 años, me doy cuenta de que no es tan fácil como plantean.
Now, what I'm looking at in my essay is how do you apply that as a student to the education system? Because I believe that the education system is, well, it's pretty messed up, to be honest.
No, el sistema educativo en Estados Unidos yo creo que está mucho, pero mucho mejor que el de México y casi todos los países tercermundistas. Lo malo de ser un país tercermundista.
I feel like a lot of students are miserable, and that shouldn't be the case. Like, school should be an enjoyable experience.
Exacto,
It should be
exacto.
fun, and I think that you can make it fun, and I think that there's a way to do that with flow. So I'm going to go write my essay, and then once I've written my essay, there will be a video essay component to it. That's actually part of the course, which is really cool. We go to one of the studios on campus and we film a mini TED Talk. So if you're interested, I'll upload that video to this channel. So if you're not,
A mí me encantaría ir a una charla TED, güey. O sea, las charlas TED se ven un poco aburridas, pero se ven divertidas a la vez y se ve que te ayudan bastante. O sea, las charlas TED no contratan a un güey X que te haga una conferencia de 2 horas diciendo lo que sea, no, las charlas TED sí tienen una finalidad chida y sí te ayuda.
definitely subscribe because, well, hopefully it'll be a useful video essay for you. And if not, I upload video essays every week, so I'm sure there will be something in there that you find useful. Anyways, I'm gonna go write this essay. Okay, the essay is going pretty well. I have been writing for about an hour. I'm getting a little tired though.
Viendo
So
por
I'm
una
gonna
hora,
change gears. I'm gonna do some math for a bit because I've got a problem set due in a couple days. So I'm gonna do a little bit of linear algebra, some for your series. 4 years. 4 years. I'm gonna do
O sea, está diciendo que está cansado y que para desestresarse va a hacer un poco de álgebra. No, es este otro nivel ya.
some linear algebra.
Y otro anuncio.
Does more than catch errors.
Esto luego lo va a quitar mi editor.
With
No hay pedo.
Grammarly, you can find really good.
Now, another thing that I can imagine a lot of people are wondering is that for a computer science
Bastante
student, I
informática.
didn't do a whole lot of coding today. And that's actually true, and it's kind of a factor of Harvard being a liberal arts school. So the courses that I'm taking are Swedish,
Eso es algo de que lo he escuchado muchísimo. O sea, que en Harvard no te enseñan a lo que vas a hacer en la vida, ¿no? Harvard básicamente te da todos los conocimientos de la vida, te enseña cómo ser una persona, pero una super persona. Y así pues para sacarte de tu vida. O sea, no, más bien sería como ya para entrar al mundo de la sociedad. O sea, te prepara, pero a otro nivel, cabrón. O sea, está diciendo que toma cursos de sueco,
which is a writing course,
de
linear
escritura.
algebra, and CS51. That's it. There's
Es lo que
just
está
4
diciendo.
courses. And if you're coming from a technical college background like me, coming from Canada, where pretty much every school is a technical college and you take like 8 courses a semester and they're all pretty much given to you, yeah, it'd be kind of ridiculous to be taking a course like Swedish or to
Pero
be taking
Harvard
a
te
writing
prepara.
course.
Pero
But I kind of love it
cañón.
because, yes, programming is fun. But I think that overall, the point of school is to make you develop as a person. Like you're trying to make people that are better members of society. And I don't think that becoming only a better coder will make you a better person necessarily. I think that there's so much more to life than that. So it's like 9 o'clock, well, 9:05, and I'm going to start reading and brushing my teeth and getting ready for bed because I try and be in bed for 10 o'clock because 9 hours of sleep, waking up at 7. Gotta go to bed early. But before I head to bed, I'd like to talk to you about sponsoring this video. As a computer science student, sometimes listening to the lectures isn't enough for me to understand the things that I'm trying to learn. To actually understand a concept, I have to reinforce what's being taught by doing problems. And that's why I love the sponsor of this video, Brilliant.org. Brilliant has a wide variety of interesting math and science problems and courses that can help you to both reinforce what you're learning and to learn new things. For example, when my CS51 class went over red-black binary trees, I was able to work through the course that Brilliant has on them to clear up my confusion from the lecture. And best of all, when I got problems wrong, I was able to look at a detailed solution and understand what went wrong in my thought process, and then fix it. Then when it actually came to implementing a red-black tree, I didn't have to go searching through all sorts of reference materials. Brilliant had taught me all of the concepts that I needed to know. It's genuinely a really effective system. So if you're interested in signing up for Brilliant.org, check out the link in my description to sign up for free. And also, the first 200 of my viewers that decide to upgrade will actually get 20% off the premium annual plan. It is now 10 p.m., so I'm gonna head to bed because I'm getting up at 7 tomorrow, and one of my goals for the day
Ahora
is
sí
to
ya se ha
hit
jodido.
9 hours.
Ahora sí, mira. Las ojeras, otro nivel. Como yo. O sea, casi a lo mejor no se me ve tanto, pero mira. No, a mí sí menos, yo creo. Pero sí hay ojeras.
Of sleep. Yeah, pretty uneventful day, pretty average day. I hope that you enjoyed this video of a day in my life. I hope that you got to see a little bit of insight into what it is to be a student in freshman year at Harvard.
Y aparte es el primer año, fíjate que no salió último, no mames.
I will
Va a quedar
see you
loco.
in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I make videos every week, sometimes probably more. Okay, bye.
Nice. Ok, me gustó mucho el video. Así que ya saben, suscríbanse si quieren más videos así, reaccionando. Y muchas gracias por ver.